On Cancer, how are you doing? I hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for July 2022. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding July 2022. But before we begin this reading, Cancer, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already for future updates. That would be greatly appreciated over here. As well, if you're on Instagram, be sure to go follow me on Instagram. The link to my official Instagram account will be in the description box underneath this reading. And I'd love to see you guys over there. That's my real account. There's a ton of fake ones going around, but that's the real one, all right? But without further ado, let's just go ahead and see what would like to come through for you for July 2022. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what we got here for you, Cancer. All right. Wow. Okay. So Cancer, seems like some of you may be on the process of upgrading yourself in the physical world, like when it comes to like your identity with your money, like feeling grounded, feeling like you have enough abundance, like maybe carving out a new career, expanding on the one you have. Like there seems to be thoughts where one day you're on top of the world and the next day you think you're horrible. Like I just get this like it's like, who am I? Like, am I good at what I do or do I suck? So, but I think it's all an illusion, and I'll break it down for you in a minute. There's also a lot of love things. There's a lot going on. Like, holy shit, where do we start? So Cancer, in your opportunity, you have the Eight of Cups here. Okay, the Eight of Cups in your opportunity is walking away from a situation that no longer emotionally fulfills you. You see how the person is facing the moon. So what this means is that you don't exactly know where you're going. There's a lot of like darkness. There's a lot of subconscious fears that you have walking away. And I'm getting for a lot of you, this has to do with past people. Okay, this has to do with people who treated you incorrectly, and you basically feel like the opportunity, or Spirit's telling you the opportunity, is to go your own way, and understand that you will find the people who are meant for you. If someone's meant for you, you can't miss them, Cancer. Just remember that. Now your challenge is the Empress here. Okay, your challenge is the Empress. The Empress is someone who provides security in the physical realm. Okay, she is the mother, the nurturer, someone who is luxurious but also humble. And the Empress is your challenge. So I'm getting like, for some of you, it's like, how do I create the Empress frequency in my reality? If you happen to be a man, Cancer, you could be struggling with an Empress in your reality, or even struggling to connect with your divine feminine nature. But for the woman out there, the Cancers or the more feminine Cancers, doesn't matter. There's this feeling of like, how do you create this without creating something we call excess potential, where it's like if you have a goal to expand yourself in the physical realm, or if you have a goal to manifest a new lover, it's like, how do we really dedicate our energy to this without pushing it too far, where we can stomp on other people or we can do these things? How do we do this with love and with confidence without lying to ourselves? And these are the themes that you're kind of dealing with. But it also is rooted in partnership and love. And there is a lot of feeling of unstable. There's an unstableness in your energy. And even if you're in a committed relationship, for some of you, you're really like, fuck, this is insane. Now, in your overall general energy, and we're going to have to clarify those opportunities and challenges in a second, but in your overall general energy, I'm locked in today, if you couldn't tell already. Oops, created excess potential. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and also the the Queen of Pentacles here. This is your overall general energy for July, Cancer. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you about the split within you. The Page of Pentacles and also the Queen of Pentacles. I do see you taking necessary action to get where you want to go. There is a natural progression here. The Page of Pentacles is someone who can be called a hustler, or being willing to, in your energy, it's like, I'll do what I have to do to get where I want to go, to manifest this new love, to find well-being, peace within myself, or manifest like a new partner here. But you have the Five of Wands here in your overall general energy. So I feel like there's a fear of competition, both in work and love for you. Like there's this feeling of you may be interested in someone in love who you feel now maybe has other options or maybe is taken. And even in your career, for some of you, these are subconscious fears where you feel like the things that you want will pass you by. The Queen of Pentacles here, I do see you improving things a lot, Cancer. The Queen of Pentacles in your overall general energy. Some of you may be connecting with a mentor figure, a woman, a very powerful woman that can help you boss up. But this is where you're going, Cancer. And we're going to have to clarify to see what this is about. But I just get like fear when it comes to the physical realm. How do I fit into the physical realm? How do I do this? How do I do that? This is the themes that you're exploring. Now, in what you don't see coming, Cancer, there could be a very strong love offer that comes out of nowhere that seems a little bit too much for you. And it seems like there may be a very domineering person who has all the control. At the same time, you have these other people that you're thinking about. For some of you in a relationship, it's going to be different. But you have the Lovers, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the King of Swords here, and what you don't see coming here. So for many of you single Cancer ladies out there, it's like you have, and this could be a past person that you're dealing with, whatever your situation is, please apply it. There's a love that seems too much to handle here. And this could be a love that disintegrated or dissolved, that you're like, you can't get it out of your head. I'm getting like a lot of negative thought patterns that are stuck in your head. So I would definitely advise you to meditate, to do that thing. You also have the King of Swords here in what you don't see coming, Cancer, the King of Swords. So some of you are literally trying to figure out, who do I want to be with in love? And it just seems there's problems with many of the people that you're dealing with. Like, you almost feel like maybe one person treats you badly in one way, and there's other people who treat you badly in another way. If there's no one, there's someone coming in who's offering you love, but then it's going to require you to give something up that you don't really want. That's why the Empress is here in your challenge. You're like, why haven't I found the person that is just for me, or the career for me? But what I will tell you, what Spirit's telling me to tell you, Cancer, is that every failure, every challenge is actually setting you up for your golden lifeline, for the silver lining of your destiny or your free will. You create the best possible life. Like for me, it's like all the people that I was in a relationship in the past, you need to go through that to learn lessons to set you up for the next people. And that's like continuous, right? So learn, like life is about learning, like investigating. So instead of viewing these problems as basically a burden, which is the centerpiece to your reading, the I sense like a frustration within you, and that's justified, right? You're dealing with a King of Swords, so that's justified. You may be dealing with cold-hearted people, but what I'm telling you, Cancer, is that you need to look at it, get excited when there's a failure, because it's always an opportunity to learn something about yourself. Now, in the advice from your spirit guides, very powerful. You're going through a major spiritual shift, so I understand it's not easy. You have the Fool, the Tower, and the Emperor, okay? You're letting go of any sort of toxic... There's a toxic man around your energy field, maybe even multiple, that you need to like let go of here, Cancer. Okay, you have the Fool, the Tower, and also the Emperor. These are three major arcana cards, which means you're dealing with a major life change at this time. So give yourself a break. Don't think you have to have it all figured out, because in your overall general energy, the Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, that's very like day-to-day things you're going to be dealing with. But what Spirit's reminding you, I just saw an orb, is that you need to relax because you're dealing with very, very spiritual things. Spiritual matters cannot just be solved overnight many times. And I mean, there's a Tower with an Emperor here. I really do see you letting go of a past person who treated you incorrectly. That's why the Empress is your challenge. And you also have the Fool. The advice is to go in a new direction, and maybe, because in this row, Cancer, in this row, You have the Page of Pentacles, which is above the Fool in your overall general energy. And you may have to do something that you were unwilling to do. Okay? Like something that isn't in alignment with your ego. And if you see me right now doing this reading and you're like, holy crap, he's in the flow. Like, look how, like, wow, like, I really appreciate this man doing a tarot reading for me right now. I had to basically be the Page of Pentacles about a year ago and say, I suck at tarot. I don't, and like learn a new skill to basically then do what I was meant to do in this world. So for you, it's the same thing. Right now, you may have to, like, in order to become the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles, if you're more of a man, it all starts like before you cannot become the Master if you're not willing to be the Fool. And clinging things to the just like halfway light you up. You know, the question to ask yourself, Cancer, right now as well, if you're dealing with where do I fit into the world, what would I do? The question to ask yourself is, first of all, what would you do for free? Okay, if you were a billionaire and you had $1 million, what would you do for free? What do you do that when you do it, time seems to pass freely? And usually you find the one you love doing what you love. Cancer, you find the one you love doing what you love. So what I'm here to tell you here is that even if I had $1 billion, I would still be doing tarot and my other things that I do. It's like, so these are the themes that you're dealing with here. Now let's focus on you again. Of course we are already, but let's go ahead and see why the Eight of Cups is here in your opportunity. Okay. Why is the Eight of Cups here in your opportunity, Cancer, for July 2022? Okay, I mean, how obvious can that be, Cancer? Six of Swords here. Opportunity to peace out of somewhere, maybe travel somewhere. Something like that. Hold on. Yeah, like some of you are going to go back to something that you're not really meant to go back to, and there's an opportunity to just please cut the cord. Tower, Fool, right? And the advice. Some of you may be tempted to go back to someone who is rather abusive to you out of a necessity, but that's all P's and Q's. What the whoa! Okay. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Death card, and the Tower. Okay? Come on. Letting go. This is your opportunity, Cancer. Blow up your life in a good way, okay? It's going to sting, but you're not going to be getting this. Whether this is something you want as a guy, you want to manifest an Empress, or you want to be the Empress as more of a divine feminine soul, you're not going to get that on your current lifeline, and so that's why you're being just walk through the fire, go through the fire. Like, you're going to be judged by people like who expect you to have your life together, and people who are your relatives, your friends, your family, like, who have their life together. Meanwhile, they're just staying stuck in something that they actually hate, and so that they can judge people who are actually going on the hero's journey, so that they can sit back and judge you because you're blowing your life up because they secretly want to do it, but then don't have the kahuntas to do it. So fuck you! Now, let's go ahead and clarify why the Empress is here in your challenge. Yes. Why is it's not funny, but like, why is the Empress here in your challenge? Harry Potter. Sorry. Yeah, it's almost like you don't know how to get there. What I'm getting is you don't know how to get to. You're afraid of making the wrong decision that will lead you to the path. The Empress is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords, and also the Four of Wands here in your challenge here. So a lot of you are are your challenges that you're being defensive about the very thing that's going to get you to where you need to go. And you may have to do things that you believe, I don't deserve that I have to do that. Or it's like some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, you have like a little bit of a thing where people should just worship you as you are, and like you should just blurt who you are and people will automatically love you. Like, I don't know. And you have the Four of, and that's nothing wrong with that, but you have the Four of Wands and also the Four of Swords here in your challenge, okay? So there's a lack of stability in your life right now, and you hate that. You basically hate that there's no, so this is stability, right? 4-4, soul, family, rest, taking time out. Like you hate the fact that you're not the Empress right now, or that you can't manifest the Empress right now, if you're a guy. You hate it, but what you resist will persist. So here's what you got to do. I could literally end this reading right now if I had to. But the Fool, the Tower, and the Emperor here, you got to love exactly where you are. Okay? Not just because the present moment is all that there is. So if you don't love where you are, it's not that you put up with it, but like, oh my God. Like, okay. There's so much coming through that's like, it's like, what train do I go on here? It's like I'm missing 3 trains just went by, I missed them. So maybe it's because you just need stillness. But here's the thing, Cancer, is like, if you can basically make a declaration to yourself that everything is happening as it should, everything is happening for a higher reason to get me where I need to be, to get me to my best lifeline, then that is what's going to happen for you. Whereas if you say, I don't deserve this should not be happening, I deserve better than this, blah, blah, whatever moral high ground you want to go on here, the path to where you want to go is to accept where you are and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Like, do you realize there are like billionaires who like literally will like walk out of their apartment, put their keys in a drain, and then like willingly go in, like people, like the grass is always greener on the other side, Cancer. I would say let there be no security and find security in no security. So let's clarify a few more here because I understand that this is very intense. Now, I think we should clarify here, like, let's clarify this advice, right? I don't really even know if we need to, but let's clarify what the Fool is here, okay? Be willing to look bad to yourself and other people. Why is the Fool here, Cancer, in your advice from your spirit guides for... You may feel... Why is the Fool here? One more. Why is the Fool here in the advice from your spirit guides? Fool is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles here in the advice from your spirit guides. So, you're basically only gonna get a victory here if you can let something fall apart. The Fool, like, right, you might feel foolish to let something go that provides you stability, but you also have the Six of Wands. Like, being a fool, like, finding security in no security is the victory for you, okay? You also have the Four of Pentacles here in the advice from your spirit guides. I feel like that's just a nuanced message of, like, although they're saying, like, you have to take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, right? Like, although you're going to be the Fool, it doesn't mean just go out on the street and sleep on the street. It's like, have a little bit of sense to you, right? Still strategize, but at the same time, let your life go bye-bye to create something new. So, and it's like you have opportunity. It's like I'm going into the meat because I actually can.